recovering addict alcoholic.
Amen.
Hi. So what was my past like? Like growing up, it was a little rocky. I was adopted and accepted into a loving home. I think a lot of children that have an adoption in their family, because I did know my biological mother, and a lot of things were off, and I had a lot of hurt that went inside. And growing up, feeling that I didn't belong, even though my family never gave me that feeling that I wasn't. It was in me, and I had a lot of hurt inside. So eventually it spiraled out of control within myself. So then my whole world became torn upside down, inside out. I started with drinking at like 15, not even realizing that I was drinking. Like, I can't remember so many years of my life that's that blackout drunk stage. And, that ended up fading for a while. And I ended up getting married, having 3 beautiful kids, and still I thought I was good, but then all this hurt that I thought was gone was coming back up. I turned to pills from a doctor at a young age, and that felt amazing. I was like, wow, I cannot feel any of these things that was inside, and just let's sweep them away. Well, when that no longer was a thing, when that didn't take away the pain started to come back up, and I was just still in despair in this valley that I didn't know how or what I was doing. I ended up turning to coke. I lost my family, by my choices, and that just went to another downhill spiral. I ended up moving up to Elmira. I spent like 5 years up there. It didn't do me any good by no means. I ended up turning to crack, smoking crack for over like 5 years. And anything I wanted, I did because, like I said before, I could. And you couldn't tell me anything. I didn't like anybody because I didn't like myself. I couldn't look at me in the mirror, and so I couldn't even care about myself. But I expected everybody to care about me, and I wanted what I wanted when I wanted. Queen baby syndrome. And it just, but what got me the most was, I couldn't look at myself in the mirror. Like, I would go months at a time and thought it was just 1 or 2 days. And in my delusion mind, like, I thought I could pull it off. I thought nobody knew my big secret. I thought I was hiding it well. Like, I thought, I'm not high. What are you talking about? You crazy. Like, this is all you. It's a you thing. And if you tried to correct me, I was going to flip off or going to say what I wanted. I had no filter, had it all in the bad ways. I was addicted to that fast life. I was selling, using, and and I ran my mouth. Like, my bark was a lot bigger than my mouth when I felt like I was bulletproof. I mean, I was up on that stuff, like high up on it, and it's just, but that's how a delusion addict mind works. When you're in that state and you don't realize what you're truly doing to yourself. And it, like I said before, addiction wasn't just affecting me, it affected my whole family. It affected the people that were close to me. It affected my children, my mom and my dad. And I was so lost. Like, I couldn't think for myself. That drug controlled every aspect of my life. It was a demonic energy that hung around me, and it was my best friend. So when I did make these choices after jails and tickets after tickets and almost facing 7 years in prison, like, by the grace of God, he saved me. He picked me up and put me in jail. And I went to a long-term rehab, and I got me together. I found who I was. Now I can think for myself. But in that process, I grieved my best friend. I grieved this drug that controlled the way I thought, the way I ate, the way I slept, the way I moved. Like, it was me. But then, by grace of God, he gave me the chance to see who I am, where I am, like what potential I have in my life. Because I know I am strong and I'm confident, and I'm a beautiful woman inside and out. And that's not egotistic, guys. It's having the confidence in it. And so, with just all that being said, story short here, I found recovery. Well, I found my faith in God stronger. And then I surrendered to where I was in life. I surrendered to that life. I no longer chose to be like that. I chose to be better. I chose to be a mother. I chose to be a daughter. I chose to be a child of God. I chose recovery. And all that I do, my recovery comes first. God comes first. You guys are another family to me. When things are off and I don't feel right, and I go to the Bible, I go to my newfound family, because that's what puts me at ease. And life is all about balance and and having grace, and being grateful for things. And that's important. Once I start seeing the bigger picture for what it is, and when somebody does correct me in a right way, it's not always you have to be open to change. You have to be open to correction, because when you do, then you're gonna see that maybe it is the way that you are moving, that somebody else is just trying to help you see. You need to know how to navigate. You need to know how to move. So, but I did write something that I thought could be very intriguing. If you have grace, you will never fall. Switch your grip on things. Time to get better. You have to go back. Sometimes you have to go backwards. I had to step backwards sometimes to realize, wait, I'm here. I don't like this. This side is better. This is where I need to be. Sometimes when we get something better, we don't know how to handle it. Don't live on feelings. When we get depressed or uncomfortable, we tend to look backwards at the past and forget that we are doing better and start to believe that. You need to look at where you were and look at where you are now, and believe that letting the past guide you, but don't define who you truly are. Don't let the world change your character. Let the world control the way you think. We as individuals have capability to think for ourselves. The power to choose how we act on situations that will come about. We have the right to feel angry, hurt, happy, sad, joy, peace, love, etc. But how, as individuals, being our own person, choose how to act on those feelings? Most of the time, they're just feelings that we choose to bring into our reality. Ask yourself, does it really matter to you? If it don't, then don't give it any mind to it. Mind over matter. Sometimes you have to be comfortable in life and realize that there are seasons we go through where we lose things to only gain new things, simply as small as seeing things from a different point of view. Understanding sometimes. The most painful moments are the most purposeful moments in life we have to face. You have to be comfortable enough to stop comparing ourselves to others. They're not better than you are. We are all different, but not better, especially when it comes to your purpose in life. Better depends on how you plan to use the software. Better is relevant to purpose. Just because you're better doesn't mean life won't get harder or go through hard times. We need a better definition of better. What if better is not always higher? What if it's better sometimes is deeper? What if better is not always a feeling, more of a foundation? What if better is not what God is doing for you, but through you? Expect things to be better, but it is possible that better is right in front of us. We don't even recognize it, so we don't receive it. Some of us are so used to bad, we reject better. When it comes sometimes backwards, feels better, feels familiar. Don't lose your grip on grace. Let the feelings go and realize just because you can't feel it or see it doesn't mean it's there. Sometimes we think we know better and try to do better, do things our way based on how we feel instead on waiting for things to happen the way they're supposed to happen through God on his timetable, not our timetable. God knows better than we do when we need it and how we need it, and how it's better to wait for the promise of God, and how there is always something better with the faith of God. Sometimes we can have the right word but the wrong womb, how it's born or created or evolved, or so quick to want better. But are we sure it would really be better? Ask yourself what better really means to you. Are you so busy comparing comparing ourselves to the outside standards that don't even matter? Stop subscribing yourself to negative things. Be grateful and thankful for the things you have in your life. Be ready to embrace whatever life throws your way. You are all in complete control of your thoughts and your emotions and all of your actions. Align them perfect with your goals, aspirations, and you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Commit to being grateful. Give your best in every challenge and every opportunity that comes your way. Let your mind be the sanctuary and hope and positivity. Let the belief in yourself be unshakable. Succeed in greatness and the best version of yourself. You can be motivated and calm and have strength. You are in control of your mind and its incredible power. Choose kindness and love in all your interactions. Refuse to let negative situations alter the course of your feeling state. Learn from the past and grow from the past. Have courage and self-control and be optimist and gentleness and have peace of mind to be present and be prepared for whatever life has to come your way. Know your potential and every setback is a chance to rise even stronger. So, to me, like, I wrote this, and that's just everything that I've learned in being sober. I used for over a decade, and I can say now that I'm working on towards my my 8th month being sober. And it's all about, what do I choose to do with myself? How do I choose to act? How do I choose to think? How do I choose to be a woman so my daughter can know, wow, Mom, you are setting a good example for me. So my 2 boys know, wow, my mom was this. She perceived to look like this, but she just turned around and now she's this. Like, life is all about choices and how do we choose to handle anything that comes about. But I know firsthand, if I put God before anything, then I put myself, I can choose to be a good mother. Because if I'm unhealthy, my kids aren't going to see the mom that they need to be. They're going to see somebody that's still sick. My family's going to still see somebody sick. And and I needed confidence because when I lacked confidence, like, I did want to be better. I wanted to be the better drug dealer. I wanted to be the better crackhead, running the streets of Elmira. Like, I wanted to do it because just because you told me I couldn't, I was going to prove you wrong. So in that aspect, what is really better? Ask yourself, what do you consider better in your life? Because to me, now, following God, this way is better. When I let God drive in my life, I'm where I need to be. But when I'm not letting God drive, I'm in the ditches. People are going by, say, bye, I told you so, type thing, So, I mean, my life wasn't perfect, and it never will be perfect. I'm human. I will make mistakes. Trust and believe in that. But I'm only human, and I'm sober. That's the difference.